Well, we're back again. The camera just literally shut itself off. I think we're being controlled by outside forces. Had nothing but grief with this phone for a long time. That's not entirely true, but there's a lot of truth to that statement. Anyway, yeah, Chiefy. Chiefy was a good, sweet boy, and there was nothing we could do for him. And anyway, I don't know if I should say anymore. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyhow, let's get back onto some recapping from yesterday. We drove out to Norway Ridge and rode the main trail, and then we went over and did some plinking, and I was a deadeye yesterday, I gotta tell you. I shot 3 different handguns. 2 of them were 22 long rifle, and then I shot about 20 rounds from my 357. 5 of those were 357 rounds, and the other 15 were 38 special. And I must have shot about 120 rounds, right around there. I don't know exactly, but it was around that. And I only missed 3 times at the targets I was shooting at. I'm like, man, better quit while I'm ahead. I was amazed. I really was. I was varying anywhere from maybe 7 or 8 yards back to 20 or more, 25, and just dead-eye dick, which is good for the ego. I fired, I think, 4 magazines of ammo through one of my 22s that blew up in my hand in May. Got it back, and I hadn't fired it a whole lot, but I did fire it, a magazine through it, just to see if it functioned, and it was working real good yesterday. As long as a 22 revolver, that one I had good luck with that one too. That's the one that amazes me. It's got a 1 7/8 inch barrel on it. And probably from 50 feet, I was hitting a 7.5 by 9.5 target every shot. I'm like, wow. Oh boy. Speaking of yesterday again, I was a tick magnet out bike riding. And then last night when I was going to sleep, I felt one crawling on my back. It must have been camped out in my hair. But anyway, scattered all over. After I came home from the bike ride and the shooting, well, we stopped and got the truck washed, and then went to Marine Market and got some eggs, and came home and hung out with the cats, read to them, watched an episode of The Sandbaggers. Somewhere in between, before we did that, we went to Culver's and got some of our favorite caramel cashew frozen custard, 2 pints, and I'm not gonna lie, I ate both of them. I'll probably go get another one today if I get out that way. Anyhow, trouble with the internet again too. I've been having nothing but trouble. And speaking of that, I paid my cable bill yesterday, or Wi-Fi, or whatever it is, and for some time now they've had my credit card information on file there. It used to be when I went to go pay my bill online, I put that info in. I did not save the card to the account. And when I switched phone providers in the winter and decided to go with Spectrum and Charter, I was forced to give them my mobile number, or my credit card for the mobile number. And I no longer have that, and yet my credit card account is still connected to my service account with the internet. And I do not like that, and I was very vocal about it, and I tried talking to a woman yesterday about getting it changed, and she was pleasant and polite, but basically said, oh, nothing I can do. And it is such bullshit, because I cannot control who has my information, my credit card information. The only way to get the card off the account is to add another one, or give them my bank account information. And it's like, fuck you, you fucking people. And I can go to just paying by check, but they're still going to have my credit card information. And I have decided I'm switching providers. That was the last straw with them. I've been with them for over 20 years, probably closer to 30. We'll say 25 for sure. And I've just had it, you know. I've been getting gouged by them for a long time when I found out what other people are paying for their services. So I'm like, There's a new company that went through hanging fiber optic wires, and I'm going to switch to them. I can get their service for half price. Anyway, take another little break here. And we are back again, and there's that Gracie. What are you doing, baby girl? That Ruthie's over there. There's that Ruthie. Where's Coke? Where's Else? Else is doing real good, and I gotta say how grateful I am for that. I really am. For 18 years old, she's doing fantastic, and Max is gonna be 16 in September 10th, so he's doing real good too. Look at Ruthie going up top. Am I getting her in there? She's going into that tower. You can see her tail sticking out. Anyhow, a couple things that were on my mind today. An obituary I read with someone that I used to work with at Big Boy years ago, the first restaurant I ever worked in. Tracy passed away, 55 years old. And Tracy was a dear. I used to call her my future ex-wife, Tracy, and we had a good time working together. And then she left Big Boy and went to Holiday Inn, and I followed her there, and we worked there together too. But she was always a lot of fun, and just a pleasant person. And I know she'll probably be loved and missed by her family and all her friends, because she was just somebody that always had a smile. And there was another obituary of a former classmate who I haven't seen since high school, Lisa. And I looked and saw, she was older and had gained a little weight in her picture. That was her obituary picture, but I didn't even have to read the obit and go, that's Lisa, 66 years old. Another one. She was just somebody I always remember, had a nice smile, and was just a good person, Like I said, I haven't seen that person since high school, I graduated in 1978. So anyway, that was kind of sad. Another bee in my bonnet of late. I haven't been talking much about politics lately. Just trying to maintain my peace of mind and composure. I don't think I'm going to be voting anymore. I think I'm done with the whole shit show. But it really irritated me, and it does irritate me, that the representatives and senators and whoever's behind it do not want to pass an act that requires people to prove who they are when they're voting. Got to have it for everything else, but for some reason they're battling in that, and it's obvious why. And that ties in with something going on in this state, where they're trying to get the records, the voting records, and the judges are shutting them down, the liberal judges. And our attorney general here flat out said the government wants to check and make sure nobody that's not a citizen and that's here illegally is voting. Like there's something wrong with wanting to do that. Like there's something wrong with wanting to make people show IDs to vote, It's gone, and it's happening, and it was deliberate. All the people that were allowed to come in here, however many millions there were, it's happening. It was the game plan from the get-go for these third world country people to come here and take over, and they're getting elected in different towns and cities all over this country, and they're taking it over. And it's just part of the deliberate destruction of Western civilization, which makes zero sense to me. But, what are you going to do? There ain't a damn thing you can do. And there's times, and today was one of them, I was wishing maybe if I was just born about 25 years earlier, I'd be freaking dying now and not have to deal with it. But I can see it's going to be an issue in the supposed golden years of my life. I mean, I'm planning on being around for a while longer, but you just never know. But it's going to get ugly, because this state is turning into a shit show. It's turning into another New York or California or Minnesota or Illinois. And it's just like all those states where that's happening, Oregon, Washington State, wherever there's major cities, that's who controls what goes on in the state. All their liberal bullshit policies, free stuff for everybody, but who's working to pay for all that, And Anyway, it's an exercise in futility to even hope and pray that there's going to be anything done about it. I think it's too late. The tide's turned and these people don't care. And the attitudes in this country, the Carmelo Anthony thing, people that support that piece of shit, despite all the evidence, they flat out say, even if he's guilty, we're going to support him because he's got the same color skin as us. You can't beat a mentality like that. There is no mentality. The old frontal cortex isn't developed, and it's quite obvious. Now all this socialist bullshit that has not worked anywhere throughout history. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see because it's always been there and it always will be, even in a capitalistic society and places I've worked. The people that work hard are the ones that get more work on them, and the ones that should be getting their asses chewed and told to do more and have management on them, wherever I've worked, they're just allowed to fuck the dog and do the bare minimum. And that's basically what socialism is too. Others living and working, or living off the sweat of others. Anyway. That's enough of that shit. I'm going to get shaved up and cleaned up and go out and do some errands and just probably hang out with the cats today. We're supposed to get a break in the rain from 2 to 3 o'clock or 2 to 4 o'clock. So maybe I'll get out and go for another bike ride and do some more planking. I don't know. But I think today I'm going to go do some shopping, do some errands, and go out to lunch at Pompeo's today. It looks like a good day to go have some Mexican food. So, from the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, my broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody burden, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, and grateful soul, piss off. Happy, no complaint Thursday, and thanks for not tuning in.